Welcome back to my Final Fantasy XIV drama series. Today's drama story is about the many-faced leader. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I started Final Fantasy XIV last year at around patch 5.55, I believe. My Japanese friends asked me to play with them, and so I tried the trial and got hooked into it, so I bought the full version. My friend let me pick any server as long as I was in the Mana data center. What I didn't know at the time is that I needed to be in the same server to join my friend's FC. They asked, and I already invited some of my own friends to be with me on the same server as I am, so I can't really leave them to move to my friend's server. Oh, that's unfortunate. At first, I wasn't interested in joining any FC since I was still so new and learning so many things about the game. I didn't even know how to join an FC or about the benefits of being in one were. One day, I came across an FC with a cute name. Yes, I am attracted to cute things. They use Japanese writings in their description, so I thought it was a Japanese-based FC. I can speak Japanese and English, but neither of them are my native language. I decided to apply purely because the FC had a cute name, and if they spoke Japanese, that would be fine by me. Not long after that, someone DM'd me from the FC and asked me in English if it is fine for me to join them since they were not Japanese and actually a Chinese-based FC. I mean, I don't mind whether they were Chinese or Japanese. As long as everyone is nice, I would be glad to join and have new friends. I joined the FC Discord, and at first it was only the FC leader and one officer who was talking to me. They understood Japanese and a little bit of English, so we could hold conversations fine at least. They were both very nice and started giving me stuff like cute clothes, food, and taught me things about the game. But after a week, the FC leader and the officer mentioned it's hard to have good ping on Discord and wanted to move to the other Discord, which was a Chinese bootleg Discord. Wow, what is the name of the Chinese bootleg Discord? Does anybody in chat know? It's also hard for me to make accounts on Chinese-based apps, so the FC leader offered to help me create my account. It happened to include some sensitive personal information, which at the time I was kind of stupid to give him. Don't ever do this, chat. Once I was in the Chinese Discord app, I found more FC members and began making friends in it. The first few months were good. Everyone was nice. Too nice, to be honest. Always helping me finish content and the latest patch. Once I got to level 80, they asked what were my current interests within the game. I told them mounts. I was so invested in mounts, and the first thing they recommended me to do was to clear E9S up to E12S. They also offered to help me since they were all maxed out and had the free time to do so. So now you have the backstory. This is when it all began to start. One night, we were all talking in Discord with each other. It surprised me when one girl began to sing on the voice call. It sounded so beautiful, but it sounded like a recording to me. So I greeted her but received no reply. I asked the other members who she is, and they said she was a famous Chinese VTuber. I'm sure anyone who is hardcore into the VTubing world would know about her. I said, "Huh, no way." And everyone apologized that her throat was in bad condition, so she is having a hard time replying to people. But I also put it bluntly that she sounds like a recording, and everyone said no, it's her real voice. And so I believed their word. I made a really close friend in the Chinese Discord server. It was a Chinese girl with really good English. Let's call her Faye. It was so easy to talk to Faye, and she was also the sole reason why I main healer nowadays. One random day, I was sitting in voice on Discord, and an FC member stated that the FC leader got into a terrible car accident. This FC member claims to be the best friend of the FC leader, and that's why she knew this information. As she talked on voice call, to me, it sure sounded like someone was using a voice changer. Either that or just really bad connection. So she said that the FC leader was in a terrible accident and how they weren't sure about telling me this info, but because they considered me a friend, they did so. At the time, it made me happy they considered me a friend, but weird since I wasn't really close to them. A couple of days later, the FC static had some drama, which resulted with someone leaving the FC. It was the FC leader and the officer who were fighting. They were the two people who were very nice to me at the start. The officer left and it started to get awkward for me. Faye told me all about their fight. TLDR, they were mocking each other behind each other's backs. Even though they were so nice to me in the beginning, it looked like they didn't actually have a good relationship with each other or something recently happened. Faye told me that the FC leader probably doesn't like me because I always talked with her. He probably felt this way because he likes her. The FC leader confessed that he liked Faye multiple times, and Faye told me. And just so you know, the FC leader has a girlfriend, so I found this a bit strange. One day, people started talking about lending money to the FC leader. We were all told by the FC leader's best friend that he apparently has an illness and some mental health problems. Some members from the FC lent him money, but they of course wanted to be paid back. Faye told me that one of the FC members is a famous Chinese actress, and she is a friend of the FC leader's girlfriend. Not sure if this was just some rumor, but either way, people in the FC believed it to be true. Later down the road, I asked Faye if she had a partner in-game, because I wanted the beautiful mount. She said she didn't, and I asked her to marry me for the mount, and she accepted. Apparently, she had already 2 rings ready, so I didn't need to buy the ring, which was amazing. The marriage date was then set to be a month down the road. A few days went by, and I remember waking up one day, and a couple of people made a private convo with a few people from our FC on Discord. The people who were in this private conversation were me, Faye, and 5 other people from the FC. I was confused what this group was for. Faye started chatting away in the group and pouring out some interesting news. Faye said that she was in a dangerous situation because she had sent a topless pic to the actress girl. The actress girl is the FC leader's girlfriend's friend that she mentioned earlier. Faye had said it was demanded from her, and that's why she gave in to sending a topless pic. She was an aspiring streamer, and she believed it would be hard for her to have that looming, and she didn't want any information or that picture to be leaked online. Another person was saying in the conversation that they believe the FC leader doesn't have any diseases or mental illnesses, and basically the info may just all be lies to receive money from FC members. The FC members had already been trying to ask for their money back that they lent to the FC leader at this point, but the members haven't received any payment back, so the FC leader had been in debt to them for a while. One person says that the VTuber person isn't actually playing Final Fantasy XIV at all. This is when I began to think that I was right about thinking it was all just a recording to make it seem like that famous VTuber was on call with us that day. They had hunches that the FC leader was in control of this VTuber account on the Discord. Someone said that they think that the player who claims to be the FC leader's best friend in the FC is just the FC leader himself. This was another account in the Discord which I believed was also using a voice changer while trying to spread good facts about the FC leader. So my hunch for that was also in line with what other people were thinking, which made me feel like I had confirmation that it wasn't all in my head. We all realized in this conversation that the FC leader sometimes asked for personal information from us directly or indirectly. I remember I gave him my personal information when he helped me to create this new account in the bootleg Chinese Discord server. Knowing all this began to scare me. It was also brought to our attention that there was this other player in our FC that never talked. They were always silent. We believed this to be the FC leader, probably using this account to spy on people whenever they were in voice call to hear what they were actually saying. Then someone else throws out that the FC leader is using drugs IRL. I don't know if this is true or just exaggerated. In short, A lot of conspiracies were being thrown out, and none of it could be proven really. So what happened after all of this, you ask? Someone apparently told the FC leader that he reported him to the police, which made him return money to the FC members, so that part was solved at least. Faye basically stopped playing Final Fantasy XIV because even though she changed race, appearance, data center, and unfriended and blocked people, she was still on the actresses and the FC leader's friends list. She felt uncomfortable knowing that she had sent the actress a topless photo and that maybe it was just one of the FC leader's alts. Faye just wanted to cut all connections from him finding her. Faye held the legend title, and it broke my heart that someone with this caliber stopped playing because of this incident. Also, our planned marriage, which was later on, was of course cancelled, so goodbye to my mount. The OP really wanted the mount. About 10 people left the FC, including me, because it was all just too messy at this point. The FC leader never really knew that we were all in the talks to what suspicions we had, and till this day the FC leader sometimes still chats to me when he sees me around in game. It was so hard to lose so many friends in one big go that I was in tears that day. It was quite traumatic for me since it was my first MMO RPG. It took me about 5 months to try open up to another FC. Till this day, I hear many people are still getting scammed by my old FC leader. So in a nutshell, these are all the accounts we believed or thought the FC leader was possibly using and pretending to be other people. 1. The best friend. 2. The VTuber. 3. The non-talking quiet guy. 4. The actress. There could be more, but who really knows? It was all just too weird. The end. Damn. I mean, I think like I'm guessing they've thought that it was all under the same person because of like, you kind of can tell by the way people talk, right? For the most part. I feel like people would know it's me because I say like and you know a lot. It's like, oh, that's Patra's classic things to say. There's certain mannerisms and stuff like that that certain people say quite often, or how they put their punctuation, how they type sometimes. So maybe that's why they got these little hunches and thought that this person is this person, and the whole voice changer stuff. I think sometimes you can kind of tell a little bit when someone's using a voice changer. Sometimes it's really hard. I remember I had this mod that told everyone in the Hearthstone community that they were a girl. They modded for a couple of girl streamers, and they actually used a voice mod to be a girl. And this whole time we always thought it was a girl, and then out of one day it was actually a guy, and we were all just so shocked. So voice changers can definitely trick some people. You have a nice narration voice. Thank you. I'd listen to you do books on tape. I appreciate it. Gotta say, been really enjoying the drama series lately. Keep it up. Look forward to more in the future. Aw, thank you, Feliday. This is like old school Eve online scams. Yeah. There's still people probably doing these kind of scams till this day. If it works, it works. I'm sure there's little scams that still trick certain people, unfortunately. It's just sad, but true. I am secretly a cat. You are being catfished. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this Final Fantasy XIV drama story. If you have any of your own drama stories that you'd like me to share and read out anonymously, feel free to reach out to my Discord, discord.gg/Pathra. And if you would like to support the content by tipping, feel free to join and become a YouTube member with some perks.